Thank you for staying with us to talk about the second Art in the Garden, which is a art show. It's a charity art show and sale. I have two artists here in the studio, and they happen to be Barbara Patrick as well as Colleen O'Connell. Now, ladies, welcome.
Thank you.
Thank you.
What is the date of this great art show and sale that's going to be in the garden?
It's going to be July 27th, rain day, July 28th. Last year, we were devastated when it poured with rain the first day, but we had a lovely day on the Sunday.
And it worked out.
Yes, and it will be from 10 in the morning until 4 in the afternoon.
Where?
Maitland Garden of Hope, 1 Jones Court in Maitland. And it's a 2-acre garden with many rooms. It will be at our peak optimal bloom time, and we're encouraging people to wander through, sit on the benches, look at all of the art that's tucked away among the flowers. And we also have exciting news. We have some sculptures this year.
Sculptures, nice.
People asked last year so often if they could purchase the garden sculptures. So Barbara and I decided that, yes, this year we would make them and tuck them in the garden so people would have an idea of what they look like.
Yes.
And we only have a few. We're not overdoing it. We're each going to present maybe 4.
4. Mm-hmm. So when people are walking through, and I've been to your beautiful gardens, and they're beautiful.
Thank you.
The art is positioned within? Really?
Mm-hmm.
I like that.
It's a beautiful way to show art because the surroundings are beautiful, and sometimes people would be walking down a meandering path, and at the end of the path is a piece of artwork all on its own, not competing with anything else, any other artwork, but just having a beautiful backdrop.
Isn't that a great idea? I love it.
We have easels that will be right in the middle of a garden, and then we'll have the paintings positioned. So you never quite know what you're going to see when you turn a corner and enter a new garden room.
Wow. Oh, I love this. I think it's neat. Can people actually purchase on the spot and take it away?
Yes.
They can?
Yes.
Okay. How many pieces do each of you have?
Well, we hope each to have about 20.
All right. That's nice. Now, that's more than last year, right? A tad
slightly more.
Slightly more, yes.
Yes, we've been now that we've had one show, we've been kind of planning this for a while, so we both have quite a lot to show.
And tell us a little bit about your art. What, Barbara? What do you?
Well, I do such a variety of things, but this year I focus a lot on collage. I do a lot of mixed media. I love trees and forests, so I try other things, but generally I come back to trees and forests. So my art is not representational. It's very intuitive. You might see blue trees and red skies, but it gives me joy to paint that way.
And why not? Mm-hmm. Why not? You're going to give joy to someone else.
I hope so.
You know, I'm sure you will. Colleen?
I love to try different mediums. So I'm a mixed media artist. I'm also a collage artist. I do miniature collage. Mm-hmm. And I enjoy doing art naive, which is almost a primitive style. And I brought one painting to represent that, because it harbors back to simpler times. And I have a series called Simpler Times that basically emerged during COVID.
Mm-hmm. Yes, yes. I find that COVID, even though it was quite devastating to a lot of people were enriched by being able to try different things too. Mm-hmm. So, you know.
Well, we had the advantage of having a studio that was pretty well closed to everybody else. So having been in the same bubble, we spent a lot of time at the Arts Hub where our studio is, and created quite a lot of interesting artwork during COVID.
So do you collaborate back and forth and say,
oh, we do. It's invaluable.
It is.
To have somebody else step back and say, if you don't mind my saying,
That's how we always start.
Maybe if you just added something right here, and so often that's just perfect advice.
And it works 50-50 both ways. We're always delighted by the input the other gives us, and it's spot on.
Good. So what have you brought for us to see today?
Today I've bought one garden sculpture, and these are sculptures that can stay outdoors all year round. They're kind of impervious to weather conditions, and I have two mixed media collages to show.
Okay, so let's talk about your sculpture first. Tell us a little bit about it.
The sculptures are made of a material called paverpal, which originated in the Netherlands. And it's very, very messy to work with. It's like putting your hands in a big tub of mud. But when you pull the muddy cloth out and drape it around the figures that we've already made, it hardens like cement. It's quite intriguing
Do you
material.
have a little bit of time to move it and adjust it and whatnot before it does harden?
It doesn't harden that quickly, so you have time to play with it.
Okay.
But the sculptures start with just electrical wire, so we build them up from nothing, and the end result is quite impressive.
That's good. Okay, let's talk about your paintings now.
Well, the paintings I have today are collages. I make them with hand-dyed papers. It's quite a long, tedious process, but they come together quite well in the end. I make hand-dyed tissue paper and put it all together in interesting ways.
Okay. So do you have a name for each of your paintings that you're going to be showing us today?
Yes.
They are?
The name would be like Fantasy Forest or Believe in Magic.
Oh, I like this. I like this. Okay. So Colleen, what did you bring for us to look at today?
Well, I brought a sculpture as well, and this is a very tall sculpture that is of a woman holding a small basket, but the basket can be taken off because people often have items they would like to put like a candle, a small lantern, that type of thing. And I made it very tall so she can be tucked in among the daylilies and you see her. And I like garden art for the surprise that it has when you see it. I also brought two flower paintings. One is from a photo that I took in the garden. It's a macro photo of a beautiful pale yellow rose, and it's acrylic. And it's called A Rose by Any Other Name.
Oh, I like that.
And the other one that I brought is mixed media. It's pastels and inks, and it's called Diane's Irises. And then I have an example as well of my naive art, and it's it looks a bit like the Maritimes, and it's called The Airing of the Quilts, and there are quilts on the line.
Oh, that would bring back a lot of memories for people that have traveled down east, wouldn't it?
So.
Yes, it would indeed. So, okay, so the rain date is the following day.
Yes.
Okay, all right,
28th.
just in case. Let's talk about your charities now, please.
Well, this year I chose Children's Mental Health of Leeds and Grenville. And I chose them because I had served on the board of directors there for several years. And I know what huge challenges they face and what good works they do for some very needy children and youth in our community. And they continue to work so hard with ongoing financial challenges. So I'm hoping that giving 50% of sales and also having a donation box will help them out.
Awesome.
And we've been affiliated Maitland Garden of Hope with our Kenyan kids for 13 years.
Yes.
And they do amazing work. Their challenges are often to bring water in, to raise money for water tanks and for wells as well. They pour cement floors in schools so that children don't have to sit on the gravel while they're learning their lessons. They are buying sewing machines for women so that they can start their own businesses. They also support many orphanages and baby child orphanages as well.
Yes.
And they are providing seed as well so that people can grow their own food. And they have provided a greenhouse as well.
I think it's wonderful.
It is.
You know, it's and here they're helping people that are so far away from us and so appreciative of every little thing that they get.
Yes,
Yeah.
and I believe that we're a very small world without borders.
We are indeed. So again, the dates are
27th of July, rain day, Sunday the 28th, from 10 to 4
at Maitland Garden of Hope. And I just wanted to mention as well that there are 3 different ways that you can pay if you like an item.
Okay.
And you can pay by cash, by check, or by e-transfer. And we're very happy to provide a variety of price points. There are cards, there are prints, there are small paintings, and there are larger pieces of artwork.
So something for everyone.
Yes.
Plus your sculptures too. Wow, it's amazing. I wonder what you'll do next year.
Well, we have some time to think about it.
You do indeed, Barbara. Yes, Barbara. Well, thank you, ladies, very, very much for coming and sitting down with me and telling us about.
Thank you for having
this
us.
great
Thanks for the
event.
opportunity.
Oh, hey, it's our pleasure.